called mangosteen? Has your wife ever asked you, bring the rhubarb from the farmer's market, dear, on your way back from the office? Ma'am, have you ever waited with bated breath for the BC apricot season to begin, just so you could cut them into tiny little bit pieces and make preserves and relish that taste for the rest of the winter? Have you ever chopped off the top of a tender coconut and had the delicious water and wondered, why does this taste so delicious? More importantly, why doesn't everything come in this organic packaging? Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, I'm here today to share 3 fruity flavors that I've enjoyed in life, seen through the kaleidoscope of my summer memories. I'm Ruby Gunnar, a former software engineer, business graduate from University of British Columbia, and an Iron Man fan. No, not the triathlon, the comic/movie book character. I grew up as the eldest offspring of the eldest son of a family of 8 and the youngest daughter of a family of 5, my mother and father respectively. What does this mean? Anybody knows? You guessed it right. I know what you're thinking. Lots of cousins. A number of cousins who I shared fond memories with, learned from, played with, and would be compared on achievements for the rest of our lives. But the one thing we really shared together is the time of the year, summer holidays. The oldest memory I have of my summer holidays, of those never-ending summers, is when I was 8 years old. Summers were always held, gatherings were always held at our aunt's house in Chennai in South India. All of us used to be so pumped up. We're going to meet each other and we're going to do all of these things. But to get there were some steps. It started with the packing, stuff we love, not, packing for the train, and then the train ride 2 days and 2 nights, all the way from Delhi in North India to Chennai in South India. Yes, you heard it right. Once the train arrived at the station in Chennai, you step out and you are greeted to this call and cackle of porters offering to carry your luggage for some money. Once you step out of the station, you got a line of auto drivers willing to take you to home. Okay, we crossed all of that, and finally we took the auto, reached to Matama's house. Matama meaning big aunt in my language. So we all hang out and we meet each other. Summers in Chennai are hot and humid, and we used to play a variety of games going out and getting red-faced. When we came back home for our afternoon meal, we were greeted with something we all love: fresh, cool curd rice, curd meaning yogurt, served with a side of sweet mangoes. And now this was fantastic. If you were good and had been good, you could get an extra piece on your plate. We were baked brown and caked with all the outside elements. We didn't care because we had the reward of coming back to something sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not tasted an Indian Alfonso mango, let me tell you what it is. I know it's lunchtime. It's a creamy, butter-soft, sunset yellow-colored sweet mango grown in most parts of India, southern India. And when you taste into it, every time I bite into a succulent, juicy Indian mango, it takes me back to those days spent with my cousins in India. Not only that, it was also the phase of my life where it was carefree and among many loved ones. Moving on 12 years from that, yet again I find myself in a hot and sweltering place called Madurai, pursuing my engineering in electronics and instrumentation. And this time, it was my choice. I had stepped outside of the comfort of my nestled home and taken admission in a college in a new city, under new cultural settings, and in a girls' hostel. Hostel is the word for student dormitories in residential universities in India. So first time in hostel, eh? The journey to get there. Yet again, packing, teary eyes, mom and dad, travel, train, the same thing. And then, bye-bye, mommy and daddy. And then I step into my first year dormitory. I was one among many. Where I had been one among two, my brother and sister, I was now one among many. And so I survived and made friends. I had a crush on a guy in mechanical engineering third year. Don't tell my parents. And when the semester was done, I went back home, greeted with the warm home-cooked food that my mom used to always make. But this was home, it was back in Delhi. And Delhi is known for a plethora of street foods. One of the street foods which stand out in my mind is lemon soda. Now, what's this lemon soda? Not the Canadian lemon soda. It's a typical drink which is made with a marble soda popped off, with a bit of a squeeze of lemon juice and black salt. And when you taste it, especially in Delhi's hot, simmering 48 degrees Celsius, now my thirst is quenched. And then on to sugarcane juice, fresh sugarcane juice, and then on to, what's this you say? Shaved ice lollies with a variety of syrups. Love it. Kale kale jamun. This is not a song. This is the hawk of a hawker selling purple jamuns, found only in Delhi and other parts. It's a fruit which is anywhere between 100 shades of sour and sweet, and purples your tongue when you eat it. I remember this time. These were all the rewards that my family gave for traveling all the way, taking and being audacious enough to take a course outside of my comfort zone. I remember these times as sweet, sour, and zesty. Fast track to 2015, I'm now living in Calgary, a place which is as diametrically opposite in climate than New Delhi and Chennai both. Why? Why did I do this to myself? Anyways, to bring solace, I go to summers to a place with green, luscious, fruit-laden trees in the haven of Okanagan Valley. You know that place? It's called Kelowna, where the summers are long and the wine lists are longer. My favorite part of the memories now is going to Kelowna for the peak cherry season. Every year I have made this ritual of spending my summers in Kelowna. The first time I went cherry picking, I was handed a bucket, pail. I thought, okay, what do I do with these? So I followed the man to an orchard of various different trees lined up where a ladder was set up against a tree. So you want me to climb up the ladder and pick up the cherries? Love it! And so began my love relationship with BC cherries. From the princess of cherries, the Rainier cherries, to red, deep red lapins, to crunchy, sweetheart cherries. It's a cherry, it's not a sweetheart. To Lamberts. I've picked them all. Picking red delicious cherries and golden peaches during the last June to July season is now the favorite memory in summer. So, ranging from the sweet mangoes in India to the sour and zesty jamuns and lemon to now the crunchy delicious cherries. These three are the favorite flavors of my summer. What's yours, Madam Toastmasters?